Russia is calling up new conscripts because they're planning on more than 300,000 new draft notices to be issued because they are actually losing in Ukraine. They call it 100% mobilization. But many are actually queuing up at the borders surrounding Russia and leaving the country because they don't want to fight and die in this war in Ukraine. So that's what's happening.
Yeah, I know that. I read them also. And poor things, poor people, they wanted to flee because they know the war in Ukraine is immoral. It's full of atrocity and there's no reason at all to have a war there.
Yes.
They all know that. They also protested a lot, many times, but Russian authorities keep imprisoning them, sometimes thousands at one time, everywhere.
Yes.
And now that they know there's no other way, they run away. I read that some say, I'm not going to die for Putin. I'm not going to be cannon fodder. Putin wants to make meat out of me. Something like that.
Many Russians want no part of this war. Human rights groups say around 1,200 protesters have been arrested and given draft cards. I'm not going to die for Putin, this protester said. Many Russians are trying to dodge the draft. Failure to report is a crime.
10,000 Russians have crossed a day here since Putin's mobilization decree almost a week ago. Some fleeing call-up papers they've already been sent. Like Nick, on the run now, to avoid fighting in Ukraine.
I want to leave for Russia because I'm an engineer and scientist, and my government wants to make meat from me.
I don't want to kill people and I don't want to be killed. I don't need this war. I don't support Putin.
It's useless, and poor people, they don't want to fight. It's bad for them because they have not been trained even. And just jumping in like that, wearing the clothes and taking up the gun which they don't know how to use. And their children are crying. I saw some clip that child was crying, Daddy, Daddy, don't go, don't go. Oh, come back. Oh man, it's heartbreaking when I saw all that. It's terrible, terrible.
Russia's newest recruits say goodbye to their families without knowing if they will return home alive. Daddy, goodbye. Please come back, this child cries. Across the country, men are loaded onto buses and planes. This long line of fresh conscripts in Kurba in Russia's Far East. Just some of the 300,000 people Vladimir Putin wants to fight his war sent on their way. And while some are fighting, others are fleeing. Thousands on the road trying to get over the border into Georgia, Kazakhstan and Finland.
Why is Putin doing that? It seems he's not stopping, just continuing.
Yeah, I also asked like that. I also asked heaven why. Then they told me he's not human, that's why. He's a demon. Even if he looks like his body or maybe one of his double, or maybe they took up his body, it's a demon inside him, it's not him. Well, you don't have to believe me. I mean, you can look at what he's doing and you know what heaven told me is true. What kind of human would do this to begin with since hundreds of days ago already? What kind of human would have done such things? Yeah, it cannot be human anyway. Going and just killing innocent neighbor citizens like that. And now he's going to kill more of his citizens by drafting these innocent, untrained, helpless, forced men into his army to go in there to die. Right now, almost 60,000 Russians already die in Ukraine.
Wow. Oh, wow.
And how many armies, commanders, leaders, and generals have died already. And recently, his top commander of the army also died in the war. Even those commanders and generals, they are well trained, they are seasoned soldiers, but they are dying to no end like that. They keep dying. Not to talk about these new conscripts who are not trained. Poor things. No wonder they keep fleeing to different countries. But right now, I read that Russia even make a draft office at the border because all the men are fleeing to the border and it's miles long. It's a traffic jam there. Too many cars. And Putin went hiding somewhere in some special palace and let all this happen. So, you know, he's not human.
No.
No human would have ever done that. The thing is, I keep praying, but heaven told me that humans are so bad. They had to pray. So that's why all these demons and devils and whatever is non-human and bad for the world are coming up in all the powerful seats in order to destroy humans. You can see that so obviously. No need for me to say anything, and it's so sad, so sad, so sad. I don't know what to tell anybody to listen to me. I don't know if anybody ever listens. On Supreme Master Television, I told many things, everything already. But even then, people are so blind, so deaf, and so poisoned, and they don't even listen. They did not understand what I said. Either don't want to or don't listen. Some people even say, oh, never mind, if you catch COVID one time, you will never catch it again. My God. So that person never listens to any news. Not to talk about Supreme Master Television, huh? Millions of people died just from the first time in the beginning of COVID. You know that, right?
Yes, Master.
And even now, long-term COVID is something to worry about. And one of the persons had COVID and transmitted it to one of the disciples. And now she has heart problems. I had to tell her, go and find this doctor, that doctor. She thought, oh, it's just a heart. My God, I say, it's a heart. It's not just a heart. She say, oh, because it's COVID, it will get better, and then the heart will get better. I say, no, you must go see the doctor now. She's a specialist. See 2, 3 doctors, second opinion, third opinion, until you get normal again. You can't just sit there doing nothing. You see, even just a disciple like that, I have to take care. So please, anyone who listens to me, please listen. I truly love you guys, and I want you to be healthy and happy. And I want this world to be a compassionate world, a normal world, not even compassionate. In a normal world, people don't even know the word compassion because there's no need for that word. No need to act compassionately because that's a normal way of life. Like it was in Eden before the snake came along and seduced Eve to eat the apple. And then Eve seduced Adam to eat the apple. That made everything chaotic and confusing and became worse. See that?
Right, yes, Master.